Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to Don't Call Me Pretentious Review, Star Trek Discovery Season 2. Today, we're reviewing Season 2, Episode 4, an Obol for Charon? Charon?
I know what they should have named that episode.
Okay.
What a neat day.
What a neat day.
What a neat day. Or this isn't how I thought today was going to turn out.
I could see that one.
Yeah.
What a neat day.
Yeah, well,
That's what you thought of the episode?
Okay, it was the other way around. I thought the other one first, and then I thought, well, if that happened to me, I would find that neat. I would think, what a neat day.
What a neat day.
What a neat day.
Almost getting killed.
If you think about it, what a neat day, though.
Yeah.
A lot happened.
A lot happened.
It's less words. That's where I'm at.
I wouldn't call it neat. All right. So overall, what are your thoughts?
I really liked it.
You really liked it?
Yeah, I was a huge fan of all of it.
Okay.
Yeah, in general, I can't think of a single thing I might go through my notes and remember something, but nothing springs to mind. Here's something to start. Go ahead and explain to me the Universal Translator. Let's just get that out of the way.
Okay.
That's an excellent place to start. Oh, we're right on the clip already. Sweet.
Yeah.
So what about that? Explain it to me. Go.
How am I supposed to know how a Universal Translator works?
No, not like...
They don't exist in real life,
no,
Jason.
I understand, but like there's a general, like, I could explain to you how the warp drive works, but it's not like real.
Sure.
But what's the rules of the... That's what I'm asking for. What are the rules of the magic
Universal Translator?
Yeah, what are the rules? Is that established? This feels different. Everything feels different.
I feel like Star Trek Prime never really... I mean, like, there are like moments, and of course there are episodes that just don't make any sense, like Darmok.
I feel like in Next Generation, they mentioned something's in your ear. Is that true or false?
No, in the Next Generation, I'm pretty sure it was the comm badges. The comm badges.
You're
were the
right.
translators.
You're right. I'm sorry. Carry on.
Yeah.
Carry on.
But on the ships, they have computers.
Yeah.
But in Star Trek proper, Prime universe,
the Baryon.
I don't believe
the episode you're talking about, the Baryon. Baranum. Never know about it. Keep going.
No, I'm just saying in Star Trek Prime universe.
Oh, okay, yes. Sorry.
I don't think we've ever seen. So in I think it was Star Trek Beyond. There's a scene where she first beams on into the starbase or something like that, and she's talking, and the Universal Translator gets acquired to her language or something like that. And then when you hear her talking in that movie, you can hear both. You can hear her native language and like a computerized voice.
I remember that. Yes.
Doing English.
Yes.
We've never seen that in Star Trek proper, but I imagine that's probably how it would really work in real life. Like you would hear the person talking, but like in your ear, you'd have an implant or something like that.
Maybe they just rip out. I like to think they just rip out like the eardrum and just like replace it with a speaker.
Yeah.
That like goes into like that works with your brain.
I doubt that.
Sure.
I doubt that.
I know that'd be weird.
Anyway. Any more thoughts? You just overall just liked it.
Oh yeah, overall in general, yeah.
Anything specific you liked?
Okay, I got something I don't like. I got one thing. I feel like it's not the first time this has happened, but Burnham will go in before her superior and say that she cannot do a thing. She will not do a thing, and we all know that she's going to do that goddamn thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that's supposed to say about her as a character. I don't know what that character arc is. I don't know what JP would tell us the archetype is or whatever.
Yeah.
But like...
yeah, Burnham's character arc it's kind of difficult to figure out. I'm going to be honest.
Well, yeah.
I'm not sure where it's going.
I don't really need her to have one. I could be real with you. It's fine.
Well, she's kind of the main character though.
I mean, the Spock brother sister thing. They could resolve that. I'd be happy. It's whatever.
Yeah,
I could have a character arc.
But
there.
I mean, she's kind of the main character of the show. Like,
yeah.
She's in. I mean, I'm sure you've noticed she's in pretty much every scene.
Yeah, well,
very few. I kind of hope they start moving away from that and moving more ensemble. But
yeah, I think they have. I did. How much screen time you figure?
I mean, she's in almost every scene.
Oh, okay. So when they come up on this space, the star thing.
Yep, sphere.
The sphere. Yeah. They gave numbers out, and they made it sound like the numbers were huge, right?
Yeah.
But it's not. It's like it's 10 billion times smaller than the sun.
No. So the distance, I think what they were trying to get across there, that the size of it, the physical volume was not very big, because I think it says like 520 kilometers or something like that.
It's astonishingly light too.
Well, the mass was still pretty high.
Nope. 10 to the 20 is like our sun is 10 to the 30.
Sure.
Right? That's one solar mass.
But
That's
our sun is a lot bigger than 520 kilometers.
Right.
In
So
diameter.
I know,
so
but it's just a
I
small
think what they're
thing.
trying to get across is like it's very dense.
But it's not dense. It's not that dense.
It only has a diameter of 520 kilometers, and it has a mass
Oh, that's a good point.
like
That is-
2/3 that of the sun.
I guess that is a good point.
That's very dense.
Less than 2/3, but yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's not even close to like 1/1000th of the diameter of the sun, which is thousands of
That's probably
kilometers.
true. That's probably true. That's
Right?
fair. That's fair. I wish they had been clear about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, overall, my thoughts. I thought it was a good episode of Trek. One thing I thought was interesting was like this felt like kind of a standalone episode of Trek. You know,
Mhm.
this felt like a late season DS9 episode where it's a self-contained standalone story, but there's also still the parts of like the overall arc inside of it, right? And that was interesting because we didn't get a lot of that in season 1, but we're getting more of that in season 2, and I really like that. I liked it a lot better than episode 3, easily, because I did not care for episode 3 at all, and I was pretty clear about that.
How do you feel about the computer being French?
Well, the computer was doing a bunch of different
I
languages.
thought it was super clever whenever the computer started. I realized the computer, they couldn't understand that either when it first hit me.
Oh, yeah.
I really liked that.
Yeah, they couldn't understand the computer, and the computer couldn't understand them.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was weird.
Yeah, why couldn't the computer understand? That's a good question.
I know. I don't understand why the computer can't understand them. I understand why they can't understand the computer, but why can't the computer understand them? And of course, it's also really interesting that like when Saru fixes it, he just defaults it back to like English, like American English.
Yeah, the universal language.
Yeah, the universal language apparently. I mean, to be fair, it is Starfleet, but still, you know, like I don't know, what is it, like 10% of the world
I feel
speaks English?
Yeah. Well,
It's the 10% that matters, though. Apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's what we're saying here.
Yeah.
So, there was a lot of science jargon in this episode. A lot of numbers.
Oh yeah. Hey, remember
A lot of stuff going around.
Oh yeah, for sure. But do you remember whenever they were talking about the solar cars?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's a
And
bold.
toasters.
It's a bold claim. It's a bold claim about the future.
Within a generation.
Yeah,
Within a generation. I
that's
feel like we've already
optimistic.
passed that milestone.
You know what I like to think? I like to think that that's so long ago that it's just a myth.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? Is he just
Yeah,
got?
yeah.
He just got his facts? Like
Yeah.
it's like saying Columbus discovered America.
Well, interestingly about it, and I have a whole section here of canon. I don't think that fits in with canon because I thought Star Trek canon was pretty clear that like things get really bad to the point where you have World War III, right? In 2053.
Sharp left turn,
and
guys.
and they all like the whole planet nukes
that
itself.
wasn't thought out. That was
like I feel like you missed that.
That wasn't well thought
yeah,
out.
so I don't.
Yeah.
I think that was just one of those.
Which is weird because they just referenced like
They just referenced World War III.
in
Yeah.
the short treks, right?
No.
In the second
It
episode.
was
Second
episode
episode.
2 or 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, but I did like seeing Tig Notaro, her character back, Jet Reno.
Oh yeah. Oh man. By the way, about her.
Yeah.
What a cute plot device to make them meet.
Yeah. her
Right.
and
Right.
Stamets.
Because they
Yeah.
speak the same language. That's why she was there.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Didn't she say when she came
Oh,
in?
because
Yeah.
I speak English.
Yeah. It said that's out on this deck. So I'm here.
So I'm here to fix it because I speak English. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good call. I
Yeah.
didn't catch that.
Yeah. Well, it's like just a plot device to make them meet. Great.
Yeah.
Good one.
Interestingly, both of them, right? She's an engineer. He's an engineer, kind of. Neither of them, the chief engineer of Discovery. I still feel like we haven't. Have we seen the chief engineer of Discovery?
I was wondering about that.
I don't think we've seen main engineering of Discovery
Yeah.
either. We're a season and a half in, so I haven't seen main engineering or the chief engineer.
We're gonna find it.
As an engineer myself, I'm offended. I got to be honest.
We're gonna find out it's Geordie LaForge's Klingon sister.
Klingon sister. Oh, okay, like a Burnham thing. Okay, I got you. Last overall thought, I would say, some of the stuff with Burnham and Saru didn't really feel earned.
Oh, I kind of liked it. I really thought they were gonna go for it. Am I crazy?
What? Have sex?
No, oh my God.
What do you mean? Go for it.
No, I mean not. Oh my God. I'm sure he's fine, but I meant like.
Oh, kill Saru.
Yes, I thought she was gonna kill him. Man,
I sat there, kept watching. I was like, "There's no way Saru's gonna die."
They just drilled a hole in that girl's head. They just did it.
Doug Jones.
Okay, think about what's the.
Okay, but Tilly didn't die.
That's fair. What's the other Star Trek show again? I'm sorry, I slumped in my tongue. The one that's actually Star Trek.
Television show?
Yes.
Right now?
Yes. With Family Guy. Seth.
Oh, the Orville.
The Orville, yes.
That's not a Star Trek.
Yes.
I thought you meant an actual
Just think
Star
about
Trek
how
show.
dark the Orville's gotten, right?
The Orville has gotten dark.
And then they drilled a head in this girl's hole. This girl's head.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe they're gonna go for it. Maybe
Yeah.
they're gonna. I mean,
I don't know, but yeah, you're right. The Orville has gotten dark. Which anyway, that's a whole separate discussion.
Yeah.
But
anyway. By the way, the cyber warfare where it attacked the ship.
Yeah, the virus.
I can speak with authority that I'm really disappointed that they by now haven't figured out like just some through mathematics like that you can't break our encryption.
Oh, like a nice antivirus or a really good encryption.
Yeah, just like
but
an NP hard problem that just can't be dealt with.
Sure, but there's always somebody smarter.
Oh,
right?
but
and that thing had been around for what is it, 100,000 years, 10,000 years?
So I don't want to nerd out too hard, but our encryption is based on NP hard problems. NP hard problems have a solution, but they can't be guessed in a realistic time. Right. But there's nothing to say that there couldn't be a proof, right, of a method of communication that cannot be. So once you have that, you've got it. Right, there's been proven that this cannot be.
Well, any encryption can be broke if you have the compute power for it.
Right now, the way we do things now. I'm saying it's future technology. They're warping, right? I mean, so we have to be okay. So the moment we have quantum computing, our encryption doesn't matter anymore, anyways, right?
Sure,
you can hack right through it. So, like, at this point, and like we have warp technology, I just figured they would. I'm just disappointed. I'm not saying this isn't feasible.
Well,
it's
probably okay. Let's even stipulate that maybe it's unhackable to anyone with a similar technology level. Again, this thing is 100,000 years old and it's biologic, right? So we still don't have anything. We don't have any machine that can compute as quickly or as efficiently as the human brain. It's just the human brain's not designed to do math.
No, I hear you.
That way.
I hear you. Well, yeah, but they have. They don't just
like,
have human brains. You're racist.
Well, no, I know.
I'm not joking, but like it's like they
any kind of right. But the machine. I mean,
we don't know that
because
he can speak 94 languages.
Because that was the whole concession of Voyager. Remember, they had it had the biocomputer and it had the gel packs. You remember that whole thing they always did, like, oh, the gel pack's got a virus or something like that. The computer was half biologic.
Oh.
And so, like, this is way before that. They don't have. That was 200 years before that. 150 years before that. They don't have that technology.
You want to hear the dark as fuck thought I had right whenever we got to the Saru death scene?
Okay.
I thought, oh man, well, at least Burnham's gonna get her telescope back.
Wait, did she give it to Saru?
Yeah.
I didn't realize Saru got it.
Oh yeah.
I've forgotten that.
I think it might have been the second or third episode of the first season. To be fair.
Yeah, that's been a while.
She was like, "You deserve this more than me."
Oh yeah, okay, now I remember. Yeah, well, she didn't get it back.
Don't leave things to Michael Burnham. She doesn't take care of it. She gives it to strangers.
Yeah. All right. So let's give a little bit of a plot overview. So they're tracking Spock. They get stopped dead in their tracks by this red sphere thing, right? And it projects a stasis field that holds Discovery in place. Okay. So when this first, I'm going to be honest. Am I the only one that didn't catch that they were following Spock?
No, I caught it.
Okay.
I definitely caught it.
I guess I just missed it.
Oh, you mean the last episode? Like it was just
at the beginning of this episode,
right?
Like they were at warp, apparently trailing Spock. Like I saw number one come on, and she gave him the stuff about, oh, here's Spock's whereabouts or whatever. But I didn't realize like they were following him when they ran into this thing.
I guess I didn't realize right away. I guess it took me a minute until as soon as I saw the map of his trajectory. As soon as they said, "Hey, we're gonna lose him if we stay here," in the first scene. Actually, yeah, in the first scene they say if we.
Oh, I thought that was later.
No.
Because that's where I got it. But okay, anyway.
We did just see it, to be fair.
Yeah.
But the first scene, like it, he says it.
Oh,
I'm certain of it.
Okay. Well, anyway. So they get stopped at the red sphere. I thought the red sphere thing was going to be tied to I thought it was one of the red spots that they've been seeing, right? The red signals.
Is it not? Is it
no,
not?
No, it wasn't. This was just a life form.
Damn it.
I know. They should have picked another color.
Well, it would have been stupid if they had showed up one, because they already said that there was the original one they went to was the only one that was showing where it was. I don't know how that works with light, but it was the only one they could find.
Because we've definitely seen the holo map of them. So, but whatever. Anyway, but yeah, they should have picked a different color. Like you got too many red balls going on. I don't understand it. Make it green.
Holy shit, Paul! I know you. Well, how did you feel about the refugee stuff from General Order 1? I liked that.
I liked it.
I liked it a lot.
I liked that whole backstory with Saru of him being like, "Hey, I made it to Starbase 7 and I saw all the other refugees, and like it taught me empathy." And I was like, "Score 1 for the libs." This is what happens, right? No, I love that whole thing. And I mean, I love Saru, and that's why I was really hoping he wouldn't die.
So what do you think is going on with Saru's species?
Okay. Yeah, so it just so happens Saru gets sick same time, right?
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I didn't know what that was going to be. So here's the thing. I know we talked about this before, and you said that you think it's puberty. My contention is that it's not puberty. That it, in fact, can't be puberty because it's a species that reproduces.
That's a good point.
And they typically die.
Well done.
They typically die before that happens.
Well
so
done.
it can't be puberty.
Yeah, it's whatever the opposite is.
Okay, so I'll say my theory. Please don't interrupt. Okay. My theory is that this is something maybe like puberty, but whatever. This is a biological process that the Kelpians go through, right? And as soon as it happens, right, as soon as it's done, he completely loses his fear. And we already know, like, they can run really fast. My thought process is, like, at one point, these two species were on this planet, and the Kelpians maybe were, like, the dominant ones. Like, they're going around, once their things, they mature, and their ganglia go away, and they go through and they, like, wreck people, right? And because he seems super like aggressive now. Did you know? Like the first thing you do is like, hey, I got to go back to my planet and I got to change everything.
Yep.
And so I'm thinking like maybe they were super aggressive and the other species through technology got the upper hand and subjugated them this way and said like, hey, before you reach this point where you get this way, we're plucking you out, right? We're plucking you out because otherwise you're going to kill us all.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I think happened. And what I'm almost wondering is, are they really killing them?
Yeah, that was
because
okay,
we
so
never
saw
them eating.
So I love what you said about. I didn't think of that until you said it, and then I was going to say it, and then
What?
I thought, yeah, what you were saying about
puberty,
them being dangerous.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. I didn't quite. I thought it, but I didn't think it through like you did. So, but about them being not really being killed, right? Maybe they grow up and you think they're eating their kids or whatever.
Well, no. Okay. So in the short trek, what I'm saying is, in the short trek, we see the Kelpians. They go to the Spire thing.
Yeah.
But they just disappear.
Mm-hmm.
We never actually see them getting eaten. I mean, we saw them get eaten by the humans in season 1.
That's what I'm saying. So I think they get eaten. But I wonder if they just like get eaten by themselves. Like there's just an upper class. There's no real difference between them. What if that's what we find out? Yeah, what if we find out that there's no difference between them? And it's like did you ever see that Dr. Seuss book where like some of the animals have stars and some don't, and they're jealous? No? Okay.
No.
Anyway,
it.
It's a famous one. But anyway, yeah. So like maybe they just have a class system where that's where they are. Their food.
Well, no, but what I'm saying, yes,
we've never seen them.
We've never seen them before.
And what if that's why?
What I'm arguing is,
yeah. I know what you're arguing. I'm adding to it what I think is actually happening.
So you think it's aggressive Kelpians that are eating other Kelpians?
Yeah, I do. I do still think it's Kelpians eating Kelpians. I do.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think the other species, whatever name it was,
I think it's fake. It's actually Kelpians.
I think it's just Kelpians, more Kelpians.
No. Oh, because the Federation would know about it. So therefore Saru would know about it.
So you say they hadn't seen a Klingon in 100 years.
No, but they knew who but whatever they called, Baul or whatever. They knew who they were. Giorgio knew who they were.
Yeah. Okay.
They were aware of this.
We don't know that they've seen a face. That's all I'm saying.
Seems unlikely that they would have kept it from Saru.
If I were eating my own species, I'd keep it from people that I just met.
Well, but Saru doesn't know. What I'm saying is Starfleet is keeping it from Saru.
Almost certainly right. I'm being crazy.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Anyway, yeah, so then there's the whole side plot with Tilly.
Mm-hmm.
So we see essentially, hey, this is a mycelial life form, right? That has burrowed into her and is giving her hallucinogens, apparently, so that she sees this image of this girl that she went to school with, right? And this thing like totally wrecks Tilly in this episode, like multiple times. She consumes her, sticks her in this fucking coffin thing. There's some messed up stuff that happens to Tilly in this episode. She gets a hole drilled in her head.
Oh yeah,
she gets pulled into a biological coffin twice.
I got a thing for you.
Oh,
they're building a mind meld device.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I buy mind melds. You can sell me mind melds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think of the way Burnham?
I teared up when they sang.
Oh,
I teared up when they sang because I'm a loser.
You have a weird thing about eclectic music too, so that's a thing. What did you think about the whole thing of like, hey, we have to communicate with this symbiotic life form, and then Burnham, oh wait, maybe the sphere is a life form and it's trying to use this virus to communicate with us.
Did she say "Good luck, Tilly"? That's my first thought. I don't remember her saying "Good luck, Tilly."
I don't remember.
I feel like good. Your sacrifice means that we'll figure this out.
Anyway, what did you think of that plot device? I thought it was kind of convenient.
I liked it.
It was fine.
I was fine with that.
Now,
I like all these things. All these things.
Now, the overall idea of this life form that they don't understand trying to communicate with them, that's a very Star Trek idea.
For sure.
We saw it multiple times in TNG, and I love that. I thought that was a good plot for a Star Trek episode. And again, for it to be by itself, I really like that. Oh, we saw this commander from Enterprise. She's back. That's a thing.
The commander from Enterprise?
Yeah, remember she was in episode 1?
No.
Oh, you don't remember it? She was one of the two that beamed on with Pike. It was her and the blue shirt guy that died.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because remember,
I thought you were saying Star Trek Enterprise. I was like, what?
No, from the Enterprise.
From the Enterprise. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. No, because she was wearing the red shirt, right? And we thought she was going to die, and then she didn't. And then we just didn't see her for 2 episodes, and now she's back in the ready room.
Well, good for her.
And on the bridge. That's interesting. I don't know what that... Anyway, whatever. I hope she gets to be a bigger character, but I mean, so far I don't even really know the helmsman, so...
Would you take a drill bit...
I'm not counting on it.
Would you take a drill bit in the skull to save my life?
Well, wait. I would take a drill bit to the skull to save my life.
Would you take a drill bit to just the skull?
Yeah.
To save my life?
To save your life?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, but I don't understand the point.
I would.
That's not what happened in the episode.
I don't know that I would let it hit the brain or whatever they did to her, but it matters about the circumstances.
Okay. Anyway, and then obviously, so then there's the whole big scene with Saru and Burnham. Saru asks Burnham to kill him. That was deep. That was dark. This is one of those things that I felt like it didn't really earn it. I felt like their relationship hasn't built to a point where it felt real.
Well,
it was touching. It was well acted. And the scene where Burnham says, "You're my family," and Saru says, what did he say? Hold on. I have it written down here. "You're the only one who knows me."
Yeah.
That's something that I was like, Giorgio?
Speaking of dense.
But then again, Giorgio's dead, so I guess.
Now we talked about the density of that star. I mean, the density of this episode.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on, you know?
And I felt like at some parts that things were just happening.
I was certain.
But it did tie, like, there was a point halfway through I was like, man, it feels like things are just happening. I don't really understand how these all tie together. But I felt like they did a good job of tying it together at the end.
I think we can both agree that I don't like that robot lady at all.
On the bridge?
Mm-mm.
It doesn't make sense. I don't understand. Because we know that Data is the only android. So she's not an android.
Yeah.
So is she a robot that's just a bridge crew?
I'd be fine if she was just like a robot servant.
Or is she like a cyborg?
What is
I'm getting the feeling that she's a cyborg.
If they really wanted to sell me on this, they'd introduce me, but they haven't.
I
It's
know,
just
they
weird,
haven't.
and now it's weird, and
I
now it's
know.
weird to bring it up.
I know.
It's so weird to bring it up.
How is it going to come up now?
Didn't they make?
I know more about the dude, and Star Trek fans are going to shoot me. I can't remember the name of his species, but the dude Linus that had a cold.
Oh yeah.
And he's got the big eyes or whatever.
Yeah.
That's from TOS, and they have a name, and I forgot what it is though. And they look kind of different, obviously. I know more about him than I do about the robot lady or the lady with the helmet on the bridge. I don't even know their names.
Oh
like,
yeah.
This sucks.
It's
still haven't
really
met
awkward.
The chief.
Maybe they'll die. Maybe they'll suddenly perish.
We haven't met the chief engineer, the new medical chief, the new doctor. I don't know her name.
Yeah, she came by so fast. She looked just like that lady
from Orville.
Yeah, she did. She did a little.
Look a lot like it.
Well, because it was if you go back, she walks by real fast.
Okay, the first time.
Yeah, she just walked by.
She's totally in. And by the way, that whole scene I didn't get, where like they're just holding this guy who's bleeding, and I'm like, wait.
Yeah, I thought.
But in TOS, you just wave the thing over them and they're healed. I'm very confused.
Well, I don't think anything worked.
Oh, good call.
But I got confused. I got a little confused because I thought that it meant that there was a real like plague also on the ship. That's what my first thought, because they
no, but good call. Their medical equipment probably didn't work at the time. Mm-hmm. That's a good call. All right, that one bothered me, but now you make a good point. That makes sense.
I was sure that he was going to die as a plot device to make her go see Spock. So to my point to it not being earned,
you got that plot device, but he didn't have to die, so that was fine.
Exactly. My point to it not being earned is they don't have to. They've contrived it. They defined it that way for us. She said, "For my dying friend, I swear to do it." Yeah. Now she's sworn to do it. She didn't swear under consequences.
But he didn't die, so technically she could walk it back. But she's not going to.
She swore it. She didn't swear. She didn't say when you die, if you die. She just swore it, man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna do a little section here about canon. Okay. So obviously we see number 1 at the beginning of the episode, just like in the episode of TOS that she was in, The Cage. Mm-hmm. We don't know her name. I'm interested to see if they give her a name. I'm wondering if she's ever going to be on the show again. Like, she just comes on for one scene and then she's gone. I haven't seen any shots of her in any other scene.
Do we have a picture of her?
In the trailer, yeah, but it's at the beginning, so I'll have to loop back.
Sure. Yeah, so...
I mean, it's Rebecca Romaine.
What was she about? What was she all about? Why was she there at all?
Well, she's the first officer on Enterprise. So she came from Enterprise. So this is how we're getting to the first retcon, right? Because she came over from Enterprise and said, "Hey, everything's going crazy, and the chief engineer is still trying to figure it out." And they made that nice little joke about like, I wonder if the Enterprise will ever have another chief engineer that loves it as much as whatever the name of the guy is, O'Reilly or something like that. Mm. Which of course is funny because
also Irish,
Scotty.
Yeah. Oh, he's Scottish.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think this guy's name was O'Reilly. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember what it was. I forgot to write it down.
Sure.
Anyway, so that was an interesting little line. But no, she comes over and tells him like, "Hey, we're having all these problems." And the retcon is, he goes like, Pike says, "Oh, I think it's those stupid hollow communicators. They warned us about them. Have them all ripped out. We're going to use view screens."
Wow. They went for it.
That's how they're retconning that they never used holograms in TOS.
I didn't notice that, but I love it.
Yeah, he even says a line. He says, I never liked the holograms anyway. They look too much like ghosts. And like, because remember they joked in the last episode about how he's the only one that doesn't use holograms.
I must have been taking a note. Yeah, I didn't see. This is awesome. Yeah. I love that.
So they just retconned out like, oh, this is how you never saw holograms in TOS.
Big fan.
Because, which to be fair, and I guess to be fair, look, we never saw him use holograms in TNG either, even though we saw it in DS9. But even in the Next Generation, you know that they could have had holo communication because they had holodecks, right? So we know that exists. The whole thing with TOS, they don't even have holodecks. So the idea that they have hologram technology is still sketch, but I don't know. Maybe they do for these communicators or whatever. And don't know why they wouldn't have holodecks if they have hologram communicators. But anyway, nonetheless, that's a nice way to retcon out why we will never see them in TOS again. So anyway, that's all I had. That's all I had on canon. All right, closing thoughts.
How do you feel about the fun guy? What do you think's going to happen with that?
The mycelial network?
Nah, yeah. Well, that's... Oh, yeah, it was the renewable energy thing, that little argument. About the dilithium. Oh, that was cool.
Yeah, interesting. It talked about dilithium's caused lots of wars and apparently is really bad for the planets where they mine
you find it on. Yeah.
Which I guess makes sense. That kind of ties into the short trek that we saw. Remember the girl that came from there was the very first short trek with Tilly.
Yeah.
And she came from a planet where they mined dilithium. Remember? Oh. And she came up with a way to reconstitute dilithium, and that was going to change the industry or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, we've seen it before. Urapente, right? The Cleon penal colony in Star Trek 6.
I love that.
That was
that movie.
dilithium mining colony.
I love that movie.
Remus in Star Trek Nemesis.
Yeah, and the
right?
doctor holograms.
Huh?
The doctor holograms.
Oh, in Voyager.
In Voyager, remember they're all those
they're
guys.
all mining dilithium.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess it's interesting. Like I'm interested to see that be expanded upon more.
And then it gets shoved back in his face because he's murdering people, I guess, in the mycelial network, right? He's the Great Destroyer.
What I'm wondering, was it him? Was it them just traveling through the mycelial network that's causing damage?
Yeah.
Or was it, remember in season 1, Mirror Universe damage was like he was like trapped in the mycelial network.
I got you one.
And he was just like roaming around. I'm wondering if it's him. If it's Mirror Universe Stamets is rolling around there, and she sees him, and of course it looks exactly like him because it's Stamets, and that's why she thinks it's him.
I know. I hate to do this.
I wonder
to
if
you.
it's anyway.
I hate to do this to you again.
Okay.
I know I did this before.
Okay.
But what if it's Lorca? What if it's Lorca?
By the way, I gotta say, if you go back and watch our episode 2 review, the joke, it wasn't a joke. We actually had a legitimate discussion about.
I still think he's
about
Lorca.
Pike being Lorca. There's no way. I'm totally past that
Pike
now.
is
There's
Lorca.
no way Pike is Lorca.
No. Hashtag Pike is Lorca.
No,
everybody
he's
do
not.
it.
Pike is Pike.
Comment, make it mad. Hashtag Pike is Lorca.
Pike is Pike.
Pike is Lorca.
Pike is Pike.
Pike is Lorca.
I thought he acted a little weird in episode 2, but he's back to acting normal.
Well, in that case, remember, didn't he fall into like a weird thing?
Who?
Lorca.
Oh yeah, he fell into the
what?
The little. Was it a mycelium?
It might have been.
No, I don't think so. I think that was like a fusion reactor. It was like a little mini sun in the middle of that shit.
Fair enough. I thought it had a connection to it, but whatever.
Could. But they were dragging spores through it at the same time. Remember?
Right. There was something about the mycelial network that was about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Either way,
remember thinking it.
Pike is Pike. We got a comment on that video, by the way.
Yeah.
He says I'm thinking Pike is Pike, and he's going to end up in a wheelchair.
Oh yeah.
In like 10 years. And I was like, oh, that was dark, because of course we know that's what happens. He's burned as hell and in a wheelchair. But
anyway, if he got into the mycelial network, he could be the Great Destroyer. Not blonde. She specifically said blonde.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's Stamets, or it's either Stamets just traveling through when the Discovery goes through, and maybe this is another reason why we never see the spore drive again, or it's Mirror Universe.
It's just
Stamets.
So easy to draw conspiracy theories from because it's so fucking dense.
Yeah,
there's so much content. In
there was
a
lot in this episode. A lot happened in this episode.
Yeah.
All right. Overall, I thought it was a good episode.
Recommend.
I recommend. We both heartily recommend. And with that, you know what? We have some people watching. If you're watching and you have a question, go ahead and bring it up in the chat while I do my spiel, and we will see if we can answer it, have some discussions.
Yeah.
So
how long will we give them?
We'll give you a few minutes, whatever.
Sweet.
It'll take me a while to go through my spiel. As always, I'm Paul.
I'm Jason.
And this has been Don't Call Me Pretentious. We are reviewing Season 2, Episode 4 of Star Trek Discovery. An Obol for some word.
What a neat day.
Charon. What a neat day. As always, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We do this every Thursday, roughly 30 minutes or so after the episode airs, although that's kind of a different time for everybody. We go live on youtube.com, Don't Call Me Pretentious, and we review the episode live. And if you want to interact with us, watch it live and interact in the chat, and we will answer your questions. You can get it afterwards on YouTube. And then also be sure to follow us on our social media, twitter.com/@DCMPretentious and facebook.com/Don'tCallMePretentious. And we do another show. We typically record live Wednesdays on twitch.tv/Don'tCallMePretentious. And that goes live on YouTube Sundays at 9 a.m. on youtube.com/Don'tCallMePretentious.
Check it out.
And I'm not seeing any comments in the chat.
That's okay. You guys are all real smart. And
Hit us.
You knew it all already.
It's fine. Hit us with it. Hit us with your questions, comments, concerns.
We're fine. We
don't be like the guy last week.
Man,
who just made fun of Tilly.
That was mean.
Tilly doesn't deserve that. She got a hole drilled in her head. She doesn't deserve that.
It's fine. We don't want your questions anyways.
Look at her. She's being pulled out of this freaking gross mucus sack with a hole in her head. Don't make fun of Tilly. She doesn't deserve it.
All right.
Until next time. We'll
Bye.
see. Bye. Engage. We'll see you later. Bye.